Let's talk about a huge decision, one that can really shape your future: how to find the right financial advisor. Seriously, getting this right can make all the difference, so we're going to break it down step by step. So, if you're trying to manage your investments, especially in places like the USA or Canada, you know it can feel, well, a little complicated. It's like trying to put together a puzzle with a million pieces and no picture on the box. But here's the thing, you absolutely do not have to do it all by yourself. The right person can be your map through that financial maze. And today, we're going to show you exactly how to find that person. Okay, so first things first, let's really get a handle on what a financial advisor even does. What is their role in your life? The term financial advisor is a massive umbrella. It can mean a whole bunch of different things, from the person at your local bank to a high-powered investment broker or even an insurance agent. At the end of the day, their job is to look at your specific situation and help you find the financial products that are a good fit. And that's the real key, right? The goal isn't just to find an advisor, it's to find your advisor. Someone who's an expert in what you need. Are you trying to retire early, buy a home, or are you just getting started? The right pro will have a track record in that exact area. All right, now for the fun part. We're going to build your interview toolkit. Think of this as your cheat sheet for every conversation you have. We'll start with the basics: their background and the company they work for. These questions, they're your first line of defense. You've got to know who you're talking to. What's their experience? Do they have the right certifications? And maybe most importantly, do they have a clean record with regulators? This stuff is non-negotiable. It's all about building trust from the ground up. So once you've got the basics down, you can start digging a little deeper. This is where you get to peek behind the curtain and see how they actually operate. You're trying to figure out their philosophy on investing. Does their approach feel right to you? Does it match up with what you're trying to achieve? Okay, next up, let's talk about the logistics, the nuts and bolts of how this partnership is actually going to work, and a really important one, how they get paid. Okay, listen up, because this is maybe the most important question you'll ask. How do you get paid? Why? Because you need to know if their interests are aligned with your interests. See, if an advisor is paid on commission, they might have an incentive to sell you products that get them a bigger paycheck. But a fee-only advisor, they usually charge a percentage of your assets. So when you do well, they do well. It's a game changer. All right, so you've grilled them with all your questions. But remember, this is a two-way street. Any advisor worth their salt is going to want to get to know you just as thoroughly. And yeah, they're going to ask some pretty personal questions. But it's not about being nosy. They're just gathering all the pieces they need to build a financial plan that's actually designed for your life, not someone else's. And what they need to know really falls into two big buckets. On one side, you've got the hard data, right? Your age, your income, your net worth. And on the other side, there's your investor profile. This is more about you as a person. What are your goals? What's your timeline? And how much risk are you really okay with? A good plan needs both.
So, you've done the homework, you've had the conversations, you've gathered all the info. Now, it's decision time.
This quote really says it all. The most important thing you can do is not rush. Don't just pick the first person you talk to. Meet a few candidates, compare how they answered your questions, and go with the one that gives you that genuine feeling of confidence. When you follow a process like this, it takes the emotion out of it. It puts you in the driver's seat. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you'll feel empowered because you're making a logical, well-thought-out choice. Because when you get right down to it, you're not just hiring someone to manage your money. You're choosing a partner for one of the most important journeys of your life. So who are you going to choose to help you write that next chapter?